Right, so we're at Lowe's, and it is Labor Day weekend, so I'm hoping everyone gets to have a nice 4-day weekend or a 3-day weekend. So DeWalt has this BOGO deal going on where you get a free 5 amp hour battery with a certain purchase, so don't forget your free item. Items you need to get that free battery is a 5 3/8 inch 12-volt extreme circular saw. They have two versions of a ratchet. I believe that's 3/8 or a quarter and 3/8. They have the 3/8 inch drill driver as a kit with two 2 amp hour batteries charged in a bag. Then they have the 2-tool combo kit of the impact driver and the 3/8 inch drill driver. 2 batteries charged in a bag. So if you get any of those items, you get a free 5 amp hour battery with that. They have for $14.98, they have a 5-piece nut driver as a set. It does come in a mini little case. And it does have a 1/4 inch to a 1/4 inch adapter in there. They have 848 across the board. They have different bits, 3.5 inch, set of 5. So those are 848 each. And then they have for $10.48 the 3-piece adapter. They 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 inch by DeWalt Elite Series. They have the DeWalt Elite lidded right angled attachment. So that does have a light. Wonder if you could actually test that out. Probably has a, oh, there we go. Then they have for $19.98, they have the 30-piece drive and bit set. Yep, that is the one. Couple of extensions, including extended adapters. I can do it. We'll just try it that way. Get enough? Sorry. $34.98, they have the 110-piece 4-case combo kit. $110-piece. You can customize each of those cases. $29.98, they have the 35-piece rapid load bit set with tough grip, and that is a bigger case. Not too shabby. They do have some price drops here, but $31.48, they have the 2-piece right-angled regular attachment. Put regular bits in there. And they do have square drive right-angled attachments that are 2 pieces. They have a 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch. $30.77 each, was $38.48. Just put a socket on there, then you're good to go. $59.98, they have a 2-pack of their 10-inch 40-tooth and 60-tooth saw blades. And for $69.98, they have a 2-pack of their 12-inch 40-tooth and 80-tooth saw blade. 12-inch, 40-tooth, 80-tooth. 2 times the life. I do not know what they're comparing that to. $19.98 for the 55-piece drive bit set. Does have a smaller case inside the bigger case. $29.98, they have the 16-piece wood and metal reciprocating saw blades that comes with its own carrying case. Then they have this going on. $179 for the hammer drill regular brushless with a 5 amp hour battery, charger, and a bag. That is non-XR. $229 for 2 6 amp hour batteries with 21,700 cells. Powerful batteries. $279 for the variable trigger DCF 840 impact driver and the regular brushless hammer drill. 2 5-amp-hour batteries, charger, and a bag. $419 for the 3-tool combo kit. That is the brushless impact driver, drill driver, 6.5-inch circular saw, 2 5-amp-hour batteries, a slide-on charger, and a bag. Then they do have a BOGO deal when it comes to their miter saw. $549 for their 12-inch, 15-amp dual bevel sliding compound miter saw. And with that purchase, you get a free miter saw stand, and this stand itself is a $249 value. So that is free with that purchase, which that's actually a very powerful saw. And so yeah, that's actually a good deal going on. Like I said, the stand by itself is $249. $19.98 for the Elite Series 9-piece accessory set. Rapid load. $25.98 for the Kobalt bit set, 14-piece. They seem to be promoting their Elite Series, and they added a lot more to their Elite Series, which I'm actually a fan of. That's nice. $26.98 for their 50-piece Elite Series drive bit set. It does have a smaller case inside the bigger case. And then they do have for $39.98 for their 100-piece Elite Series bit set, and it does come in a much bigger case. They have 2 smaller cases inside the big case, and then a bunch of bits, then driving bits. This does all lock in together. Decked out in black. That usually sells out. Glad that they have a lot of them. $19.98. Oh, already saw those two. Already saw those two. $17.98. They had the 45-piece Tough Grips driving screwdriver set. Sorry, screwdriver bit set with rapid load, titanium coated. Wait, that's the 27-piece. Where's the 45? Up 45 is right here. My bad on that. Couple of nut setters. Then they have a price drop. 1117 was $31.98 for the 21-piece titanium nitric coated drill bit set. $52.98 for their 5-piece oscillating blade set. Wish they actually don't have that at this display. That's actually a price hike. That is not a good deal. That is, though, $11.17 for that. That's actually a great deal. Yeah, that's not. $34.98 for the 3-pack of their oscillating 1¼ inch wood and metal blades. Which, do they have that? Yes, they do. $13.98 for their 7¼ inch 24 tooth Elite Series saw blade. $14.98 was $19.98 for their 12-piece black and gold hex metal drill bit set. That is a case decked out in black. Does lock in together. $29.98 for their 18-piece titanium drill bit set. Which do they have? Oh, they do have the oscillating blades. That was $52.98 right there. Yeah, that's actually a bad price because the original price for this is like $34. So that's a price hype. Okay, we're looking for the 18-piece, which is, okay, that's the 18-piece, so that's my bad. That's $29.98. Oh yeah, no, we talked about the 21-piece right here. My bad. So that's the $11.17. That's a great deal. That really is. So $29.98 for the 18 piece. $62.98 for the Elite Carbide multi-pack. They're blades. 1 1/4, 1 1/4, and 2 1/8. $13.98 for their 7 1/4 inch 24 tooth Elite Series blade. We already talked about that. Then they have for $16.98 their 6.5 inch 24 tooth blade. Yep, 6.5 right here. And just in case, that's $13.98 for the 7 1/4 inch 24 tooth. $11.98 for their 4.5 inch flange flap disc. That's flange, right? I think that's flange Elite Series. Elite 40G flap disc. We'll ignore the flap, the flange. Got the Elite 4.5 inch 27 grinding wheel. Also Elite Series. Like I said, I'm glad that they're expanding that they're Elite Series. And then $4.98 for their 4.5 inch cutoff wheel. They do have this XR battery operated circular saw, which is 12 inch plunge, double bevel sliding miter saw, tool only. That is $6.99. Battery operated saw. Then they do have some filters for $26.98. Then $139 for their 9-gallon, 5 horsepower quiet vacuum. So that is $139. Of course, it comes with accessories, 5 peak horsepower, 9 gallons. Then they do have a table saw for $649, was $6.99. They actually have them in the box and one out on display. Not too shabby. All right, so Metabo has, which I wanted to look at the Metabo display to see if they have anything special going on. $149 for their 18-volt multi-volt impact driver as a full kit. That's actually on the other side. We'll take a look at the specs. $219 for their 18-gauge narrow crown stapler. 2-inch. That is 1.5. Then they have the one for $189, their multi-volt 23-gauge pin nailer. It's 18-gauge narrow crown stapler. 1.5. That's a full kit as well. Just in case, they do have these for $13.98. The Purdy painting rollers, Marathon, 3-pack. They do have painter's paper for $39.98. Project edition, 35 foot by 100 inches. Oh, sorry, 35 inches by 100 foot. $5-gallon ceiling paint, $191. Drywall PVA primer and sealer. So here's the impact driver. That is 1,549 inch-pounds of torque. 2 2-amp-hour batteries, charger, and a bag. $39.98. They have the 10-inch by 10-inch 40-tooth circular saw blade in a 2-pack. 10-inch 40-tooth 2-pack. Irwin Marathon table saw and miter saw. $8.98 for the 7/4 inch 24-tooth circular saw blade. That's 6.5, 7/4 inch. And then 6.5 for $9.98. 18 tooth. Bosch has for $79. They have their drill driver as a kit with a 2-amp-hour battery, charger, and a bag. Or they have for $19.98 their Bosch 44-piece screw driving set. There's the drill driver, one 2-amp-hour battery. Metabo has for their 2.5-inch 16-gauge straight finish nailer for $159. Then they have for $99 their 2-inch 18-gauge pneumatic brad nailer, which the one that they have right here is 2.5-inch. Glad that Bosch has this deal going on. $99 was $159 for their impact wrench. So that is pretty much their freak. It is a double anvil that could fit regular bits in there, and it fits sockets. So that's not bad. It's a full kit. Does it say what battery? And I'm actually curious what the specs are. 250, what's up, man? 250 foot-pounds of fastening torque, nut busting torque, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to assume that's a 2-amp-hour battery. Then they have, for $19.98, the 40-piece drive and bit set. That does come in a smaller case. Metabo, do they have a display right here? Price drop. $119 was $169 for their 2.5-inch 16-gauge straight finish nailer. Oop, don't make it mad. So that's a price drop right there. I like that. $9.98 for their 7/4 inch circular saw by Spider, 24-tooth. $19.98 for their 7/4 inch 60-tooth ultra fine circular saw blade. $10.98 for their 6.5 inch 24-tooth framing saw blade. And then $17.98 for their 8-piece spade bit set, which is that on this side? Yep, nope, that's the auger. There we go. It does come in a hard case and not a soft case. $12.98 for their 4-piece Stinger power bit set. $129 for their carbide tipped 14-piece hole saw as a kit. And then $29.98 was $39.98 for their 10-piece mock blue drill bit set. So behind me, there are so many sales happening right now. DeWalt has this other BOGO deal going on. If you get any of these tools, you get a free 5-amp-hour battery with that. And this is going on until October 19th of 2025. So they do have a sliding miter saw, the drywall cutout tool. They have the XR full-size reciprocating saw, the angle grinder, 7/4 inch circular saw, 6.5 inch circular saw, the DeWalt radio / Bluetooth speaker, or we'll just call that a radio, the XR drywall cutout tool, their mid-range XR impact wrench. They have a ratchet, their XR hammer drill, and a trim router. So if you get any of those tools, you get a free 5-amp-hour battery with that. I do wish that they had the prices on there. So don't forget your free item. $9.98 for their 7/4 inch 24-tooth saw blade. This one is not Elite Series. And they also have another big case that is decked out in yellow. This one is 120 pieces. Was $44.98 for the drill and drive bit set. Does come in 2 smaller cases inside the much bigger case. A couple of extended, extended bits. Not too shabby. Like I said, there's so many deals going on all the way. All of these, all of the Kobalt down there. So they have these additional sales going on with Metabo pneumatic nailers. $69 was $109 for their 2-inch 18-gauge brad nailer. I'm glad that they have. And then $129 for the 2.5-inch 16-gauge straight finish nailer. Was $179. Now Spyder does have the limited time deal. They have their 12-inch 82 saw blade for $49.98. So that's actually a big mamma jamma right there. 12-inch 82, which I'm actually glad that they have this in stock. And then we'll just buzz through these. $9.98 for their 6.5-inch 24-2 saw blade. $17.98 for their 7.25-inch 62 saw blade. $12.98 for their 7.25-inch 42 saw blade. Bosch has for $79 was $169. Their 40-foot combo line point in red. Then they have for $59.98 the compact tripod. $27.98 the 21-piece black and gold drill bit set. Black and gold 21-piece all the way down here. And then $19.98 for their 55-piece tough grip fastening set, which this is their standard set. So that's $19.98 was $24.98. And then they have the impact ready drill bit set for $14.98. $79.98, they have the limited time deal of the General Variable Speed Oscillating Multi-Tool with soft case. $79.98 for the Dremel Variable Speed Corded Rotary Tool. That's as a full kit. They have a couple of accessories. $17.98 for the 110-piece accessory set. And then they have some accessories for their oscillating tool for $17.98. The 3-pack of their hard carbon steel oscillating blade set, which they also have. Not too shabby. Kobalt has a clearance price drop right here, $99 for their 6-gallon portable pancake air compressor. Was $142. That is tool only. And they do have additional on the other side. $15.98 for the 6-piece SAE Impact Socket Set by DeWalt. Do they have SAE and metric? I think they're the same. So that's $15.98 for the 6-piece. Does have a 3/8 to a 1/4-inch adapter. Yep, they do have millimeter. SAE or millimeter. And they have already saw that. Then they have for $15.98 the 10-piece wood and metal reciprocating saw blades with a carrying case. We already saw those. And then we're going to end this video here. Then they have for your choice $99. 3 options. They have 2 4-amp-hour Kobalt batteries. Or they have either of these kits, that is the 1/2-inch drill driver and the 1/4-inch hex impact driver. Each come with a 2 amp-hour battery charger in a bag. So $99 your choice, and the expiration date for this is October 19th of 2025. And we're gonna end this video here, you guys. There are so many more deals to actually come across, including price drops like this 3-piece 6-inch auger, $17.97 was $34.98 by Spider. And so yeah, there's so many deals to go on. There's so many more end caps that go all the way down. Then we have all of these here. So if you found this video helpful and entertaining, please like this video. Please hit the bell button to be notified of future videos, and please subscribe to the channel. This is David Nicholas. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.